Peace. So check this out, family. I was just sitting back thinking about something. And when I was thinking about this, I came to the realization of that wherever you go at in this so-called world, you always take you with you. You always take you with you wherever you go. Now, what I mean when I say that is, it doesn't matter if you have all of the material things in the world. It doesn't matter if you have all of the people, it doesn't matter about none of that. You're going to always take you wherever you go. So the key to this is to make sure that you got a conscious understanding that it's not about anything that's on the outside of you. Because you can have the so-called best life. You know, when people look at your life, they may look at you like, oh, she got a good life, or he got a great life, or they got this, they got that. You know, from the outside looking in, it looks like you are well off. But if on the inside, you have a lot of disruptive energy, you know, if you still are unfulfilled, then you having any of these outside things, you having the most wonderful people around you, the most wonderful opportunities could be presenting itself to you. But if you aren't fulfilled within your own self, none of it matters. It doesn't matter at all. Because just imagine, you know, you getting to the end of the rainbow. You know, you got the pot of gold. You know, you got the lifestyle. You know, it just look like you doing it out. But if you are unhappy with yourself every day, if you are miserable on the inside, it's like you work so hard to reach a certain plateau just to get there and still be, you know, unfulfilled. That's the worst place you could be in life. So I'm here to tell you that, you know, you got to begin to start fulfilling yourself up with your own energy. You know, you got to remember that wherever you go at, if you are a low vibrational person, if you are always complaining, if you always are find yourself in situations where you feel like, you know, things is always happening to you, you're going to have to cut ties with all of that. You're going to have to cut ties with all of that old shadow reflection reality. Because you're going to find out that, you know, like I said, once you get everything, the house, the mansion, the car, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the whatever, you're going to get all of that, and you still going to be sitting back wondering, like, what is any of this for? So this is why I'm here to inspire you and to encourage you to fill up your own cup. You got to remember that, you know, all of these things happening outside of you are just mirror reflections. And, you know, if you have been able to obtain some things that looks good from on the outside, but if you still feel that emptiness, then you have failed the test. You haven't completed the course. You still, you know, are getting tricked by the illusions of life. You know, it's not about, you know, living an artificial lifestyle. It's not about that. It's about being official, being authentic. I was looking at a video the other day, and they was talking about how they can actually tap into and see the frequencies and the energies that are surrounding your body. Meaning they know how you are feeling emotionally. And when they tapped into, you know, they did like a test on a group of people, and a group of 9 ether people. And they was able to see who was dealing with emotional trauma. They was able to see who, was naturally, every day, you could tell that they were a high vibrational, happy kind of person. They could tell who was living in their own authentic truth. They got technology where they're able to actually see your emotions. I like to say they are able to tap into and see the emotions that you are entertaining. That's how I view that. Y'all already know my whole spiel on that, how you know that they are able to project artificial emotions onto you. But like I said, this is why you have to be mindful and cautious about what you are paying attention to, because it's going to look like you are entertained, and that that whatever emotion that you are entertaining, it looked like that, that emotion is about you. Like, if you subscribe to it, if you buying the emotion, if you're buying the negativity, it looked like, that you are connected with that emotion. So by default, you're going to receive more of that emotion. So I'm telling y'all, like this, we're living in a realm of, it's all about your attention. It's all about, what you're paying attention to. Whatever you pay attention to has to pay you. Literally, it has to pay you. It has to serve you up like food on a platter. Because you are the operant power. You are living the life of that. This is the reality that you want. So when you are swimming in low vibrational feelings, they got the technology to be able to see that you entertaining that. So be mindful about that. But yeah, getting back on point, what I was saying, how you always take yourself with you wherever you go, just know that, like I said, once you get to the pot of gold, once you get the lifestyle, if somehow you find yourself in a awesome and amazing lifestyle where you have, you're financially free and you around the type of people you want to be around. But if you still deep down are unsatisfied and unfulfilled, I'm here to tell you that you done did something wrong. So I'm just here to remind you to get back on track with yourself, to just level up and be mindful of what you are putting out energetically. You take you everywhere with you. It's like, and let me say this as well. This is also why for a lot of people, they're still in the same position that they have been in. See, the universe knows you and remembers you and understands, where you need to be at. This is where they talk about divine timing and things like that. See, a lot of times we all have certain gifts and certain talents, but the character traits that a lot of us still possess, we got to remember that certain characteristics don't fit the new reality. See, in order to have something new, I always tell y'all that you have to become something new. You can't be the new you and the old you at the same time. And like I done said plenty of times before, when I say the new you, I'm talking about the true you, the real you. You can't be great and be this awesome, fantastic person, living the high vibrational lifestyle, but deep down inside, you still got a lot of you got a lot of unconscious flaws. And when I say flaws, I'm talking about, you flawed in the way that you think. You flawed in the way that how you judge people and how you feel. That's, you want to be over there living the great, incredible life, but you still are holding on to old attachments of the old self. So you may be very talented. You may be very gifted. You may have a lot of great traits about you, and you want to start, you may want to start certain businesses, or you want to do this, start a service, or whatever it is you want to do. But I'm here to tell you that in order for that to happen, you're going to have to evolve. Your character is going to have to evolve on this world stage. So a lot of times, this is why you always see a lot of talented people, a lot of smart individuals. You know, they're book smart. They got all the sense in the world. But if you look at their life, you would think that they're the most ignorant people alive. Because you have all of the book sense. You went to school, you did this and that, but you wasn't able to master the game of life. Because it's a game, y'all. It's a big old game. So don't get caught up in always trying to be logical about things. No, it's about your energy. Y'all know how many so-called people that done made it, you know, that did a lot of wonderful things, and they didn't have, you would think like, dang, how did she make it? Or how did he make it? How did he get this? How did he get that? They didn't go to school or go to college, or, you know, come from a background, you know, where they had money, like, but they still somehow made it. It's because they perfected and they understood and they played their role, and they got to where they needed to be, and they evolved mentally. They evolved with their character. So I'm here to tell you that, yeah, either you're going to evolve or you're going to fall. You're going to evolve or you're going to fall, and you're going to be sitting back wondering like, damn, what happened to my life? What happened to me? You be thinking stuff like that. So don't let that be you. You a real superstar out here. You really her for real. You really him for real. So that's all I wanted to say. Just remember, you carry you with you wherever you go. So you got to get you right. You got to get you together. And sometimes you're going to have to remember that old shadow self, that old shadow self of you, that old reflection, you know, a part of you really don't want to change. But that's the trick. You're going to have to be hardcore disciplined with yourself. It's just like you're gonna have to be real sturdy with yourself, especially if you're trying to level up and go to the next level. So I ain't gonna talk too much longer. I just wanted to put this information out there to remind you that you take you with you wherever you go. This is why you meet some people sometimes, like I said, they can have the most beautiful possessions, the nicest car, the fanciest clothes, this and that, but they got a nasty spirit. You could just feel, and you just feel like the nasty energy. Like, damn, you be sitting back thinking like, damn, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with him? Like, they look like they living a life. Why they look so upset? Why they look so miserable? It's because they got to the end of the rainbow, and they forgot that before they got to the end of that rainbow, that they ain't put no inner work in. They just basically lucked up. I don't even want to say lucked up. They just, you know, somehow swiveled their way, not even swiveled their way, but they somehow just was able to obtain these things. That's just like, you know, a person who do dirt, who do negative things to get money, or who do mischievous things. You know, people who somehow you like to finesse people out of ways to, y'all know what I'm talking about. People, you know, people who don't mean good, but somehow they still end up, you know, with money or the fancy life. You know, it wasn't authentic. It wasn't genuine. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't their time to really have those things. But since they were so determined to get those things, they got those things, and they still was unfulfilled. So anyway, let me go ahead and get out of here. Till the next time, this is Shara the Goddess. Make sure that you take care of yourself, take care of your energy. Be for real about this. This is a new season, y'all. We in a whole different paradigm, y'all. So level yourself up. Till the next time, I'm out. Peace.